Should have audio. Oh. Oh yeah, I hit the wrong one. What's up, everybody? We're gonna start this over because I actually hit the. Obviously, we have a new live soon screen, and it's almost identical to this one. So I hit the wrong window when I was going live. But we are live now.
Well, this is preseason dress rehearsal.
So we're dress rehearsing our new setup here. Yeah. So forgive us for that. You should be, yeah. And it was blinking live soon, so that's good. At least that let us know. Billy was good enough to catch that. But yes, we are live now, and we were actually just talking about, once again, Panthers improved to 3-0 in the preseason over the Patriots in dress rehearsal night. It started off really good for the Panthers. Billy and I were actually just discussing, how excited can you really get, over winning preseason. Look, I'll take wins all day long, but still preseason. You can't look at it and be like, oh, we're gonna dominate going in. We were actually talking about it and adding it up. We think this is right. It looks like Carolina, the first string offense, has scored 25 points through their little bit of time these first three games. I don't assume we'll see a lot of them in the fourth game, you think?
Fourth game.
Yeah, one of the things, we kind of were anxious. Everybody's been anxious to see is this new offense with Cam. And the first thing we're going to hit here, speaking of Cam, is this offensive line issue that has really kind of snowballed. Everybody was worried about it going into camp. Things got shuffled around. Amini went out. Van Roten is now at left guard. Matt Cleo was at left tackle. We know he has his bad struggle moments. And now he's out with an injury. Darrell Williams went out early on, and Taylor Moton, second-year guy, moved to the right tackle spot. Everybody was really happy about that. He was doing that right side was looking really strong. We had a question about left tackle. Now Matt Khalil's out. Taylor Moton got moved to left tackle, and Jeremiah Searles, who was a backup guard, got moved to right tackle. And it's like musical chairs with this offensive line right now, but it's turning out pretty well.
Searles left the game.
Yeah, right. And that's the other thing. And then you got Blaine Clossell coming in, a third string guy coming in to play that right tackle spot. And tonight, it looked pretty solid to me. I saw a lot on Twitter when they said they were moving Taylor Moton to left tackle this week in practice, and he would probably get to start there and see what he could do this week. And everybody was saying, I saw a lot of people saying anyway, hey, this guy is solid on the right side. We don't need to move him to the left. It could really screw this offensive line and the strength of that right side. And I'm sitting here like, guys, it's the preseason. This isn't the playoffs aren't on the line. This isn't a regular season game. Move him to left tackle and see what he has. If he can take Matt Khalil's spot, please take Matt Khalil's spot. Now, I understand you have a strength on one side, and for the run game, that's fantastic. But if there's a guy that is sitting, if there's a spot, I want Taylor Moton, and the best tackle available right now for the Panthers playing, it's Cam's blind side. So, Taylor Moton played there, and tonight, for the most part, the offensive line looked good. And really outside of one of those tackle spots right now, I'm not as concerned about the starting offensive line as some people. The depth is definitely a concern.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I feel like right now, and they showed it tonight with the running game and the passing game for Cam, I think they're looking pretty solid right now.
Yeah. Come together and start the game off with the 17 play first drive.
Yeah, and we're in midseason form, calling 2 timeouts on the first drive of the game. That was great.
That was the only bad spot.
That's gonna be like that's gonna be our hashtag for the rest. Hashtag is preseason. It's like anytime the Panthers do something wrong, we're like hashtag it's preseason. And that's one thing. Mike Shula got a lot of grief for. It was like plays were never coming in on time. Now Cam does have a bad track record of looking up at replays of the previous play and then going back to the huddle, and that wastes time as well. But Mike Shula caught a lot of grief about that, and then it happened twice tonight. So we're hoping that's just kind of a one-time thing. Scary moment for Cam Newton though.
Yes.
he took off. He had a lane. He took off on, I believe it was a third down to go for first, and he had a lane, and he dove for the first down, but he dove head first, landed very awkwardly. It didn't look good at all. He kind of walks off the field. I mean, he walked off fine. You know, he kind of had his head down, checking his neck or whatnot, and then he went into the haunted blue tent.
Yes.
Nobody, you don't want to see any players going into the blue tent. But scary moment there. Had a lot of people shooken up. Obviously, you know, I was sitting over here saying he looked fine walking off the field. It's probably precautionary. It's one of them things in that situation you kind of have to do to appease the NFL and its new rules.
And he looked fine walking up, taking the one knee, looking down. Cut to the.
Yep.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't need.
That's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
It's preseason. Cam, why are you diving head first? And I respect Cam's, you know, willingness to win and wanting to do that. But dude, Cam, just come on, just hold it off. Just hold it off, baby. We're good right now. But y'all watching this right now, y'all go ahead and like and follow us right here on this Facebook page. This is where we do our thing weekly. And go ahead and share this post. Look, we'll take a second to wait. All right, there was your second. But y'all go ahead and do that. You can also follow us on Twitter. That's where I'm at most of the time during the game, talking, discussing with everybody. We're also on YouTube, and you'll see once we get back live here, I've got our logo pulled up here. We're also on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, Twitter, and TuneIn Radio. You can catch the podcast form on all those podcast platforms. So yeah, I mean, check us out on all of those. But and there you see it right there. Boom. Solid there. But yeah, scary moment for Cam Newton.
Yes.
But aside from that, we saw tonight the excitement that we've been building for the first time in Cam Newton's career, actually having an abundance of what appear to be so far good weapons and receiving.
Besides Torrey Smith.
Well, yeah, Cam delivered some beautiful balls early on tonight, and that first one to Torrey was one of those back shoulder throws, put it where only Torrey could get it, went right through his hands. Frustrating because we know that's kind of one of the issues that Torrey Smith brings into this team, similar to the Ted Ginn factor we used to have years ago. And then the other one was a really good play by the DB, that second target. It kind of came over top and swatted the ball out of his hands. You can't fault him too much there, but you like to see him come down with that catch. Cam delivered the same ball to Devin Funchess later on in the game. Funchess came down with it. Great play. But you saw it with Samuel, Greg Olsen. The end of that, Rivera said that he wanted to see the starters go through, at least one drive in the second half for halftime adjustments. You saw Jeremiah Searles go down early, leave with a hamstring injury, and then Cam had that awkward hit. Rivera's probably thinking, we probably don't need to do this, but would also help with that 2-minute drill at the end of the first half. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Greg Olsen and Cam finally finding that chemistry.
Yeah, finally.
That was really good to see, especially late. And that call,
out of bounds.
He was clearly.
I mean, unless there's some rule that I don't know about. Is he giving himself up that wide in bounds?
Well, he made a sliding catch.
Yeah, but is that what they're calling? He's
giving
himself up in bounds.
I think that was a terrible call. Luckily, the Panthers were able to capitalize, get down and spike it. They had the wherewithal to jump down on it. But I wasn't really pleased with that call. Hitting y'all's comments. Y'all go ahead and jump in here. Drop some topics y'all saw tonight that you want to talk about, that you were impressed with or you were disappointed with. Let's see here. Mike Strib, we're going to dominate the Cowboys first week. I'm telling you. I don't like saying dominate whenever we talk about playing teams, but I feel like right now I feel very good about this team. If that offensive line can just stay healthy and not lose anybody else, because the thinner it gets, the more worried I get. Even though Clausen came in and did a good job tonight, they probably had help over there on that right side to help them with. Ian Thomas, great blocking again, the rookie tight end. But if we can just keep guys and then get a couple of guys back for depth, I feel pretty good going into it. We're talking about, and then Walter Vanderpue dropping in right there. Moton is the answer. And I'm telling you, I think we were talking about Darrell Williams losing his right tackle spot to Taylor Moton while he was out. if Matt Khalil misses too much time from that arthroscopic surgery on his right knee, Taylor Moton could be taking the left tackle spot, and I would not be mad at it.
I wouldn't either. I would agree.
It would be amazing, actually. You have Cam's blindside protection for the first time in years. Let's see here. Nudie still playing too soft on the outside of the defense. The few times we pressed and made them fight for the first downs, they didn't convert. Well, yes, and that, I actually said something to somebody on Twitter about that. Was Philip Dorsett. I know Dante Jackson was covering Philip Dorsett, and a lot of fans have been upset, and that's something we saw tonight was some of the closing speed from Dante Jackson on that big third and short stop, the first string defense against Tom Brady. Now, one thing I know Nudie's probably talking about was we got to third. They went up all-man press coverage on all the receivers with Brady in on a third and short, and the tight coverage made the receiver drop it. Next play, they have Bradbury drop off of the wide receiver, and all Dorsett has to do is run up 2-3 yards, just drops down and catches it on a little hitch route from Brady. Tom Brady will eat you up, and it was really kind of frustrating to see that they actually went that route against Brady, because Eric Washington and them have to know, you just did it, it worked. Don't fix what ain't broken. But again, it's preseason. I don't know. I was disappointed to see that as well, Nudie. Let's see. Somebody's saying your mic got cut. Is his mic still off, guys?
You guys hear me?
Let's see. Walter Vanderpue also commenting in what was up with the soft coverage we were playing all night. Walter saying Frazier, dude. Let me know if y'all can hear Billy's mic, and check yourself.
Check
before you wreck yourself.
I think we were playing soft towards the end.
Yeah.
But
and that's
we don't want to give Tom Brady the big play, dink and dunk, and the scoreboard shows that it worked.
Yeah.
They didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah. Y'all should be hearing him now. I'm getting them in. Okay, Mike's saying he hears us both now. So that's good. I'm not sure what happened there. But, anywho, going to carry on. But like I said, Cam had a good game. Had his good start, 11-17, 142 yards. Actually came back in after that, so that was good to see. Christian McCaffrey, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking about it all preseason. The guy has been he's carrying the load right now on the running back side of things. Sorry, I'm trying to get this stat pulled up for y'all here. Let's see, where is it? Boom. But 12 carries, 48 yards, 4 yards per carry average. Again, looked good. And that offensive line early on was just wide open holes left and right, especially on the left side with Moton.
And it's, like I said during the game, it's like watching a totally different player from last year to this year. With the weight he put on, decision making, there's not the dancing around like he did last year. Hit that hole, run, make one cut, and make people miss.
Yep.
And it is making a huge difference.
Yeah, and something, the trust Cam has in him, I feel like McCaffrey is starting to take that. I know obviously Cam and Greg still have that great chemistry, but you're starting to see that same thing with Christian McCaffrey and his, and he's younger, quicker, faster. Yep. And like Cam rolling out of the pocket, nobody's going to cover CMC cutting across that field. Cam hits him first down. Another guy we're talking about first downs, Jarris Wright. The guy is Mr. Third Down. That's why we brought him in here. He moves the chains, and you saw Cam again, scrambling out of the pocket. Nobody was open. Wright jumps down in there in that soft spot in the zone. Bam, first down. And you see it time and again with Wright. He's flashed this preseason too. It's going to be interesting to see how long Torrey Smith holds his starting spot.
And that's what, we've talked about for the last 6 players, 6 receivers. Torrey Smith hasn't earned a starting spot, in my opinion, in the preseason. Mm-hmm. And at this point, has he even earned to stay on the team? It's kind of...
Yeah, he's got... Well, obviously, he's not leaving the team.
Yeah,
we know that. Yeah, but yes, production-wise, I mean, I think... I recall one good catch on the comeback route. That was a good route from him, and in the preseason. But he was brought in for that veteran leadership. He's won 2 Super Bowls. He's been there. He's done it. and he can stretch the field. But with the other talent under him right now, especially guys like Curtis Samuel, who was just, dude, I've been a big fan since we drafted him, and he is showing his ability right now. And it's tough to sit there and watch him, and even DJ Moore, even though he's a rookie, play under a guy like Torrey Smith, who, I mean, he's still solid, but he's not. His ceiling is where it's at right now. He has no higher ceiling. So you got all this talent under him. It's going to be hard to keep all those guys rotating in. We never had this problem in Carolina. Yeah. This is weird. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do anyway. But Curtis Samuel, McCaffrey, DJ Moore all kind of have that. DJ Moore is a little bit bigger, but they all kind of have that quickness ability, and even along with Jarius Wright too. So it's going to be interesting to see how they maneuver that. But it's good to see they have all these weapons with Greg Olsen and even rookie tight end Ian Thomas. You're talking about 2 tight end sets here, multiple wide. It's going to be fun to watch, and I feel like Norv Turner's done a pretty solid job so far. This is a dress rehearsal game for the offense that I felt like we needed to see. So check y'all's comments here. Ooh. Heather Pennington talking about CMC saying he is on fire. Yes, he is. Smith looked like he dropped that bomb. Yeah, he did. Kind of surprised we didn't see either running backs mixed in with the first team. Look, guys, I'm not. At this point, I'm not.
I think the depth chart for running back is set. Like it's already set. There's nothing else I need. That's why we.
But is it going to be Kenyon Barner or Cameron Spain? Or either?
I mean, tonight Cap looked good.
Yeah.
A couple.
Yep.
Compare. I mean.
And I don't know. Him and Kenyon both had their flashes. It's hard with that, third string offensive line in there, but that's going to be interesting. I definitely think it's Christian McCaffrey, and I said all season I wanted to see Christian get pretty much carry the load, and I was one of few that actually wanted to see that. A lot of people don't think that he's built. He's a smaller guy. Yes, I realize that, but the guy has proved at Stanford he can run between the tackles, and right now he's proven it in this, and he's gotten even bigger this offseason. So I personally think he can do it. And you're seeing right now behind this makeshift offensive line that's holding up pretty well what he can do.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see. I'm just ready for week 1 because next week is just going to be filling in those depth spots on the roster and giving everybody a chance, which is going to be good. I'm going to like to watch the future potentially in these backups for the depth, but week 1 can't get here soon.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for real.
And it's going to be, we're talking about the Cowboys. Week 1. That's like it's the most popular team in football is what everybody says anyway.
America's team.
Oh, yeah, America's team. That's it. Screw the Cowboys. I don't like them, but I know everybody up here is ready for it as well, and it's at home, and it's going to be the reveal of the midfield logo. That's what everybody's talking about. That's what everybody wants to see. And along with that, also tonight we got that fresh new uniform combo. Second game in a row.
I didn't like it at first.
Oh,
it grew on
Billy.
me. Now,
boo this man.
Before the game, ESPN was talking junk about it. They didn't agree. They were like, "Oh, it's not the norm." It's not the norm, but at the end, it looks good. It's different,
dude.
And it's we're so used to seeing the same over again with the owner.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. I've actually had some friends today message me saying, "Trip, those new Panther uniforms are hot, man. Why in the world they've been waiting so long?" I'm like, dude, we've had Jerry Richardson as our owner. What do you expect? It's going to be bland. It's going to stay the same. There was one logo change, which was obviously, it was outdated.
Yeah.
But this is what we're getting now. And David Tepper just hired Glick today as the new team president, coming from Manchester Soccer Club, Chief Commercial Officer, I believe it was. You've heard David Tepper talk time and time again about bringing an MLS team in here for the offseason with the Panthers, and I think you're going to end up seeing that because there's a connection there. So that's going to be fun to watch as well. Making more moves. He's appeasing the fans. He's going to be dropping the Panthers midfield logo on the Dallas game week 1. It's the perfect breakout for it. They all but confirmed that on the broadcast crew today.
I think it was last week they interviewed him at halftime. Said a couple weeks. I don't know why everybody reacted to this, color commentary, but they interviewed the owner, and he said a couple weeks. Well, he's doing pre.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's the dress rehearsal game, but they wouldn't drop it. And I joked about that on Twitter with some people, but everybody's been kind of I still see people question. I'm like, guys, you have to know by now this is happening. Just by the social media post and the way he's joking around with it, it's happening, and it's going to be exciting. Like we kind of talked about, I don't really care as long as we're winning football games, but it is going to look nice to see that Panther head front and center, stretch 40-40. Let's get it, as long as we're winning. Gonna check y'all's comments to see y'all dropping some more stuff in here. Abel saying he agrees. Heather loving the uniforms. Yes, we are too. Christian Bado Boo. When has the Panthers ever been the norm? Not sure.
When I say norm, I mean Jerry Richardson was all about appeasement.
Yes.
And it was
dress code.
What the dress code was, what the uniforms, the midfield logo was the NFL. He believed in that. He believed in part of the league.
Yep. And Nudie dropping in again, talking about, Rashawn Golden, the rookie safety, starting today for his first start with the North Searcy still in the concussion protocol. Golden and Dante Jackson both started today. The first start as a combo. Jackson's obviously been starting. But, I mean, Nudie just said you didn't hear Golden's name much tonight, which when we talk about DBs is a good thing. You don't want to hear their names, and that's exactly what Nudie said. He said he didn't get burned, obviously, so that's a good thing, and that is a good thing. We hit on Dante Jackson a little bit. He missed it. He took some bad angles on a couple tackles tonight, but he also showed that closing speed on that third and short pass where he just came down and just hit the guy solid. Great. That's what you want to see. I think he also had a pass breakup. I think I remember as well. Checking y'all's comments. Let's see. Do y'all think we're going to get somebody in free agency at the cornerback position or safety? I do not. I mean, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie just signed with the Raiders. He was the guy I talked about as a vet. Maybe they might take a look at. I don't really know who else is out there. If it is, it's just going to be a body. I don't know anybody out there that's really, that the Panthers can really pick up. That's going to be better.
Instant impact.
Yeah, exactly. John, let's see. Walter Vanderpue, you still think they should put Pepper's jersey at midfield? LOL. Walter, yeah. He's talking about that Tepper skit we shared the other week. Yeah, hey, look, I'm still down for it. Heck, put Charles Johnson down there for one game for his retirement. And speaking of that, that's a good lead into Charles Johnson did have his retirement official this week, had a ceremony, and I've got a little bit of the clip for y'all right here. I'll play it pretty good. Y'all should check it out. Play it right now.
For the last guy who I think deserved a lot of credit, Marty, I can remember when you said, we're about to let you start. It's going to be your starting year. It's going to give you time to shine. And what I do, I took it and ran with it. And it's crazy because when y'all came to Miami, Coach Rivera, Sam, everybody, I'm sitting at the table, right, and you left with Drew. Drew calling my phone, talking to Coach Washington. Drew calling my phone. And I answered, and he was like, Charles, you're not going to believe it. You know how Drew talk. He was like, Charles, you're not going to believe it. Panthers about to offer you such and such, such and such. And I'm talking to Coach Washington and Sam. And I damn near fell out the chair like that. I damn near fell out the chair. I was like, oh, really? But you don't know, man. That changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that changed my life. And that was crazy because that 30 for 30 broke came out that year. And I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm going to be like that. I had my mindset. They hit me that year. Y'all paid me that year. And I seen that year. I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm about to. No, sir. No, sirree. For the last guy who I think.
Yeah, cool moment from Charles Johnson there. It's pretty funny, actually. I'd probably drop out of that chair if I was making the money he did back then, too. But well earned at the time. One of the top Panthers, finding out he turned down $18 million contract, $18 million worth in the contract with the Tampa Bay Bucks before that final year he came back and signed with Carolina for just like $3 million. Pretty loyal guy, if you ask me. Stayed in the community, and he's done great things here. Enjoy your retirement, Charles. You've earned it, buddy. and I wish the best for you in that regard. Christian Buto saying Walter or Steve Smith for the midfield. Let's see, Abe Thompson, how far do you think we can go in the regular season with what we have seen, what we have so far? Do you think we can make it to the Super Bowl and be one of the elite teams in the NFC Conference? This is the $1 million question every year, Billy. It's hard to judge right now, but because I haven't been digging deep into other teams either. It's hard, and the NFC South is always a tough division.
What? Sure, is it 500 or something?
Yeah, it's the even year. We've never had back-to-back winning seasons in franchise history. Typically, our odd season years, like 2017, are our better years, and then the even number team years are our worst.
Yes.
So that's going to be interesting to watch. I do believe, I've said it from the beginning, I've said it for a few years, but this is the staff and the players and the talent that will do that. And I definitely believe, barring injuries and health concerns, I think this will be the team that ends up doing it this year, and it'll be great to see. I definitely think this is a playoff caliber team if it stays healthy. Yeah,
I do. And since we like to make a big deal of the halftime interview, color commentary says, today they had a segment, TD,
right,
at halftime, and he announced this nonchalantly that if we did win the Super Bowl, it'd be his last year. If we don't go to the Super Bowl, we probably see TD.
Yeah, I agree, and he's all but said that because he said, I said this was my last year. He said, but I don't want to go out with a 4-game suspension as being remembered. So unless he wins the Super Bowl, like you said, I think that would definitely change some things. Let's see. Let's see. Nudie, Captain Munnerlin. He played horrible whiny on the bench. We actually were talking about this during the game too. Yes, he was out of position several times. He carried defender too far upfield underneath on a 3rd down play. Left the guy underneath wide open on the left side. Easy 3rd down conversion. It's frustrating to see. And there was one time again he caught himself behind the sticks. He should have been under on a 3rd down near the goal line. It's one of the things. Corn Elder looked pretty good towards the end of the night. He really should have had a pick 6.
Yeah.
But he just completely went through his hands. But at Mullen, he we brought him back in to fill that nickel spot. Now we do have some depth there. It is good to see some competition there between him and Corn. It's still just funny to say Corn's name, but yeah, that's going to be something interesting to watch play out. I'm sure Corn's going to get a lot of Corn's going to get a lot of reps in this game 4. I think he's definitely on the roster. The competition there might be a rotation thing. We'll see what happens because he definitely struggled some tonight, but he's also looked good during this preseason as well at points.
Who didn't struggle tonight?
Yeah.
Shaq Thompson.
Who did?
Who didn't?
Oh, he did. He had a couple of good tackles.
He had a lot. No, I said who didn't struggle.
Oh, struggle. I thought you said show up.
Who didn't struggle? Shaq Thompson showed up tonight.
And speaking of that, this is on Twitter anyway. The thing going around with Shaq Thompson is this is the year of 54 because Thomas Davis has his suspension the first 4 games, and this is the year that they really think that they're talking about moving Shaq into more. Now, he played a lot last year, but we talked about it. He was covering a lot of slot receivers.
Yes.
And bad idea. You can't put a linebacker on a guy like Nelson Aguilar and all these other solid slot receivers, speed and shifty, and expect him to cover them one-on-one. It's not going to happen. But you're not going to see that this year with Eric Washington. And tonight, run stuffing left and right, shooting gaps. It was good to see. Now, that being said, last week we talked about what are they going to, David, we knew who could fill in for Thomas Davis. But what were they really going to do those first 4 games? And then this week, it's like they listened to the show, Billy.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier tonight. I think they listened to the show, Tripp. They were saying that they were going to start weaning Thomas Davis's reps off, starting with this game, and get David Mayo and Jermaine Carter in with more reps because they will be filling that hole. And both of them look solid tonight. Jermaine Carter had a couple of great open field tackles at the line of scrimmage on running backs and little swing passes in the flats. Very promising, especially for a rookie coming in. I know several people are big fans of this kid, and he's showing some good things so far. Right now, guys, I want to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and try to open these phone lines. Maybe we'll be done with all our technical difficulties today. But if you look right above the screen here, bam, right there. Call now, 704-665-0489, live into the show. We will take Billy's like, "What are you talking about?" No, it's on the thing, dude. It's like right above the TV.
Okay.
It's not literally in our space, Billy.
I don't have a screen anymore now that we don't sit next to each other. So I'm like,
yeah.
this is new to me. We haven't communicated. Is it dress rehearsal?
Yeah, dress rehearsal. Billy's got to get him a lap. Billy's got to get him like a little Chromebook or something. But yes, you can see it right there. It's call live now, 704-665-0489. You can get on the show. You can talk to us and break things down with us. This is what we do. This is our dress rehearsal night, as we've been saying all night. During the regular season, we will have these live phone calls. So be sure to like and follow us right here. Like this post, share it, get it out to other Panther fans. We are trying to grow a community of discussing post-game talk right here on Facebook Live. And it's been really fun. It's really grown over the years. So just do the damn thing. Somebody give us a call. I'll go back here. Talking about linebackers, Luke Kuechly owned that what was it, the third series by the Patriots when they drove down there. Dude, he owned Tom Brady and them. I mean, he was just running all over the place. What was it, 4 straight plays?
Yeah.
He made the play, and one of them was a neutral zone infraction on us that gave him yards. Next play, Kuechly tackles the guy down. That was pretty nice.
There was a scare with him one time.
Oh yeah,
with his hand.
Yep.
It looked
like he got rolled up on, and I was more so worried it was, you see Luke go down and put his head on the ground, you always think concussion. But it was, as soon as he came up, he threw his hand down, and they showed the replay. It kind of looked like he got rolled up on. And then he single-handedly, no pun intended, went out and handled the next 4 plays and forced a field goal. So Luke doing Luke things as always. Talking about Cameron Artis-Payne, he had 6 carries for 15 yards tonight. Kenyon Barner had 2 carries for 6 yards. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch. Curtis Samuel had 3 catches for 58 yards tonight. He is creating separation. He's getting wide open. The hands are there.
Yes.
Man, he's not getting talked about enough coming off the surgery, in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of Curtis Samuel. I hope he gets some reps in the regular season. DJ Moore, again, we didn't see a lot out of him tonight. You saw one goal line, a pass to him from Cam, an attempt for the touchdown. Stephon Gilmore, I think, was the cornerback.
It was good defense.
Yeah, it was good defense, but that's really all we saw from him. So, again, another quiet game from him. Disappointing. But anyway, checking y'all's comments. See somebody dropping something else in here. Carter Jr. playing strong. Looks like he can handle taking over for Davis when retirement comes. Yeah, he looked speedy. He looked good. I was enjoying him very much so. And let's see. Oh. I'm trying to pull it, messing up my stats here. Marcus Haynes is another guy I wanted to talk about a little bit. Again, another defensive end, young defensive end coming in, making play after play. He had another big stuff with a hard tackle at the line tonight. Recovered a fumble caused by Colin Jones late in the game. More good things. It's kind of like Billy said towards the end. He's like, our third string guys are so much better than the Patriots' third string guys, which I actually saw a couple people, C3 Podcast on Twitter was talking about it, saying this team actually has a lot of talent through and through at certain positions.
It's surprising because starters out, we put the third. We just dominated their third.
Yeah. Dante Ames saying Carter will be a monster. Abel Stimpson, DJ Moore in this game looked like he was not really in the game. Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is with DJ Moore. Hopefully we'll see more of that come the regular season. Obviously, I imagine he's going to get some reps next week, so that's going to be something to watch. But I mean, right now you saw that one game against it was Buffalo, the Buffalo game, and since then 2 games later he hasn't really hit on a whole lot. So we'll see how that goes in the regular season. And 2 weeks from today we'll be celebrating the Falcons' loss to the Eagles in the first game of the regular season. Not after last night and what they did.
5-0. They're playing baseball.
Eagles looked pretty rough last night, huh? Eagles looked pretty rough. Nudie. Samuel Beasting told y'all in past shows when people talking Samuel's trade, he just needs a chance. Can't rule him a bust after one season when he got hurt. And I've preached the same thing. Look, I know he's battled injuries, but the talent is there. He needs to be given a chance. And I think he's proven that, and I think he'll continue to prove that. Hopefully he can stay on the field and be healthy. That's going to be the biggest key for him. So with that being said, if none of y'all want to call in, y'all going to be shy tonight. Y'all are killing it towards the end of last season. I'm sure y'all just ready for regular season like we all are. Shout out to my man, Peppa Jack MB on Twitter, Chris Allen in New Belgium, sponsoring this show tonight. My beer, Juicy Haze IPA, Voodoo Ranger. Very good stuff. Tasty. Billy is sponsored by. He's sponsored by one drink.
I'm waiting for the real season.
This is my second.
This is dress rehearsal, one drink night.
I believe Abel Stimpson. I believe if he was the judge right now, who has the better depth out of teams in NFL, our secondary guys will be in the top 5 by the way we playing so far. I think that's fair to say. I mean, well, I haven't watched the other teams, so I don't really know, but yeah, I mean they've looked solid so far. I've seen some. What was it? The Buffalo game. It was either Buffalo or the Miami game. They struggled. I think it was Buffalo week 1. But as they've gotten some continuity and gotten to live action moving along, they definitely continue to get better. So it's going to be fun to watch. I just don't want to see a whole lot of our cornerbacks, mainly our starters, playing off of receivers. It's killing us. It's killed us every year. And you can't press them every time, obviously. I understand that. You got deep threats and whatnot. But those short plays like that, I just hope to not see those. Dante Ames, will y'all start going live on Instagram? I really hate portrait mode. I think.
I don't have an Instagram.
Oh, well. Yeah, we'd be going live on the Panthers source anyway. Dante, do you follow us on Instagram, on our Instagram page anyway? I don't post a whole lot to it, and I try to. It's Dante. Nudie saying the same thing. We all start going live on Instagram. I guess we're going to have to. I'll try to figure out a way to do that. I know there are ways. They got IGTV now, which is actually pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the portrait mode thing, but, we can also flip it the other way. So maybe I'll look into that for y'all. I was actually going to start pushing things out to Twitter through Periscope when the regular season starts. Maybe I need to do it on Instagram. I know there's a lot of people follow stuff up there. So I'll also start posting clips from the shows up there as well. We'll see how it goes. Dropping more comments here. Mike Strib, no, stay here. Yeah. That's Billy's mom down there saying hi. Hi, Billy's mom. Mike Strib, no, stay here. Mike, we're still going to be doing Facebook Live. We're not leaving Facebook Live again. I really like YouTube, and I'm trying to do something this coming season where all of us as Panther fans can give back to Panthers charities through donations. And YouTube is a great platform for that, but Facebook is where our niche is. This is where we build our community, and at some point I'll be going live I plan to go live to all of these streams. But right now I will be sticking to Facebook. But we're trying to find a way where we can all, as Panther fans, donate each show a little bit of money, whether it's $5 or just $5 a month. Really, if for the amount of people that watch each one of our episodes up here on Facebook Live, if each one of those people just donated $5 and 1 month just for one show, I'm not talking about every show, but just for one show, we could raise $5,000 a month for a charity. And now I will say this, all of it's not going to charity. We want to try to put some stuff back into the show, but the main objective is the large percentage of it go back to the charity of like a Panthers player, whether it be Cam Newton, Greg Olsen, Thomas Davis, Ian Thomas, Mario Addison. All these guys are doing great things in the community right now. Or just the Panthers Keep Pounding charity, something, or our local community for Thanksgiving, giving out turkeys, Christmas toys to kids. We want to find a way to give back, and that's one thing we're struggling with right now. I want to try to figure out a way on Facebook to do that. It's easier on YouTube through PayPal, automatic donations, but I think we might end up having to create a Patreon. We're going to talk about that. It's something that's going to come up. If y'all have any ideas, feel free to drop them. But, giving back is something I think this organization was kind of built upon. It lives up to the Keep Pounding motto, and I think it's something we could all help out with. Let's see. Dante Ames, I only activate my Facebook for this show and to post before game day. LOL. Well, Dante, I appreciate that. Much love. I appreciate that. Nudie, same here, only for Facebook, for Madden and Panthers source. Oh, y'all are awesome. Y'all are killing it. Abel Stimpson, love the show. I would definitely stay tuned all season long. Appreciate it, Abel. Make sure let me know where to donate. I definitely will, brother. I appreciate that. And I hope everybody will. I don't expect, the 1,600 or so views we get each show to donate $5. But for the few that donate, maybe it might donate $20 one time, it makes up for 3 others. So, it's all going to be there. Hopefully it'll turn into something. And we'll be releasing news about that. I want to drop it week 1. So that news will be coming out soon. But if we have no phone calls and no more comments about the game or anything, I think we pretty much hit everything. Yeah. This is a pretty solid night. Very impressive overall for the offense and the defense. I mean, I'm feeling good after dress rehearsal going into week 1, Billy.
I feeling good too. Mom's in the chat. She's a huge Cowboys fan.
Oh, Billy's mom, y'all are going down.
Yeah, I'm ready to see him lose.
Billy's mom, y'all are going down. You're going down, Billy's mom. Billy's mom is going down in the Cowboys. That didn't. All right. Well, let's see. Love that Panthers win, Steve. Keep the content coming, fellas. Jordan Moore, I appreciate it. Thanks for the support, fellas. We really do appreciate it. It's what keeps us coming back, talking football with all us crazy Panthers fans. But like I said, if that's it for everybody tonight, y'all, like I said, like and follow this page, share this to get it out. Appreciate all the comments and the discussion once again. Y'all save this number right now in your phone, 704-665-0489. For week 1, we're going to be going live again with the taking phone calls. At the end of, like I said, at the end of last season, things got crazy. It was great. We had to start figuring out a way to try to take multiple calls. So we hope that happens again. I'm sure there'll be plenty of discussion after the Cowboys game. I'm actually really looking forward to it, especially if Carolina come away with the win, because I know we're going to let Cowboys fans hear it. And if you're a Cowboys fan watching this, like Billy's mom, you should like and follow too. I mean, just because we dislike you don't mean we won't talk to you and be real with you. Yeah. I mean, we're honest fellas. If somebody sucked on the Panthers, we're going to tell you. If one of your guys beat us up, we're going to tell you. And we're going to let our guy know it too. So, like I said, like and follow us everywhere. For Panthers Source and this post-game show, dress rehearsal night, Carolina is 3-0. I'm Trip Morgan.
Billy Harless.
Y'all keep pounding, and we will see you. We'll be back here next week. But we'll be back doing the real thing in just over 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Y'all keep pounding.